Hi everybody. So I want to talk to you guys about my perspective on how to deal with negativity. How does one deal with negativity? And to explain this, I'm going to use planetary aspects, like the kind of relationship certain planets have to each other in your natal chart. That's the way I understood it. Okay, so there are four major aspects that planets make. Either a conjunction. A conjunction is where two energies become one. Let's say your sun is conjunct to your Venus, so your sun and your Venus are one. Okay, or is a square. Your sun square Venus means that there's a block in the flow of the relationship between your sun and your Venus. There's a flow, and I'm going to break this down. Okay, and then the other relationship is an opposition. Opposition, it means when your Venus is going one side, right, and your sun is going the other way. It's kind of like your Venus is going to 85 through 85 south if you live in Atlanta, and your sun is going 85 north. Like they're not even aware of each other. Not aware of each other at all. And then the other one is a trine. It's a trine. Trine is when the relationship is so easy, like it's almost natural. They flow. Okay, they flow. You don't have to do any work with that. Like conjunction, you don't have to do any work, but there's a marriage between two planets that usually, and I mean, how will I explain this? Let's say that you have, let me break it down with real life stuff, because I know a lot of people don't understand all these planet things. So let's say that there's negativity going on in front of you right now, right? A square response would be like, whoop, I don't want to deal with this negativity. I don't want to have anything to do with it. That's a square, right? You're blocking the negativity. I don't want to have nothing to do with this right now. I don't. An opposition will say, I don't even see that. What negativity? What? I don't see nothing. What? Because the opposition is not psychologically aware of the negativity. So the opposition response will be like, I don't see it. What negativity? I don't see it. A trine will be like, a trine will open up themselves and accept negativity without any question. They just accept it as a way of things. Well, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. It is what it is. That's what a trine response is. A conjunction will absorb the negativity, right? But will work on the negativity. In other words, they will absorb the negativity and then will work on that negativity to make it suit them, to make it productive. In other words, so there's a negative situation out here, a conjunction response will be like, okay, so I see this position right here. I see what is going on over here, right? I see this. I see what is happening. Now, how can I understand this in a way that will make this right here productive for me? I'm going to run through the four responses again. A square response to a negativity will be, oh, I don't want that at all. I don't want to have nothing to do with this right here. I'm going to keep this away from me. I don't want this. What happens with the square response is that you exert so much energy blocking this that you actually give this more attention than it deserves, because your whole focus is on blocking it. And in blocking it, you're actually giving it a lot of attention. And the attention you're giving it is not productive attention, because all that blocking you're trying to do is to keep the negative energy away from you, but that's not what you're supposed to do, because you're exerting so much energy blocking it that you're actually keeping the negative energy negative. You are not altering it. Does this make sense? And so what happens when you utilize a lot of your energy blocking this is that eventually, right, you exhaust yourself and you go into a trine position. What do I mean by that? You spend so much time and so much resources and so much mental energy blocking this negative energy here. After a while, you're going to realize I'm not able to block this, right? And because you've also exhausted your emotional and spiritual resources blocking it, you may end up going into a trying situation. In other words, you may end up being like, you know what, forget it. It is what it is. I don't try to block this. It's not happening. Whatever it is, what it is. Because you have no resources left. Does that make sense? Now, the trying response will say, wow, okay, well, it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. This is what they say it is. It is what it is, and nothing I can do. What they say we should do again, that's what I'm doing, and nothing I can do about this. That's it, trying. You accept it. You become one with it. Now, the opposition, on the other hand, will be like, what? They can't even see it. They cannot see the negativity. They don't have the ability to see it. They don't see it. Right? And this can happen in two ways. Number one, they don't see the negativity of the situation. Like, there's nothing negative here. That's what they will try to argue. There's nothing negative here. This makes perfect sense. They can't see the negativity because they can't relate. To them, there's nothing negative in the situation. So they can't see the negative aspect of it. Or they don't have the ability to even see the negativity at all. So these guys are blinded. They don't know what the heck you are talking about. They can't even concept. They can't see it. So these are the people who you say you are supposed to wear nose mask, and they be like, for what? For what? I don't know what you're talking about. They can see it. And they're not exerting any energy in not seeing it because they just don't see it. They don't. Now, there's a good and a bad to this, because what you don't know will kill you. So it's important that you are conscious about whatever decision you're making, and that you're not making any decision from an unconscious place. Now, when you have an opposition, right, and you have an oppositional response, the reason why that response is oppositional is because you're not consciously aware of the negative thing. You can't see it, so you are not aware of it. It's kind of like, you are colorblind, right? And there's a red snake in front of you, and you can't see it because you're colorblind. Or maybe you're blind, period. You're blind, period, and you can't see there's a hole in front of you because you're blind, right? You don't know the hole is there. And so you walk, boom, you fall into the hole. Because though you don't know the hole was there, the hole was there, but you were not psychologically aware of the hole. Hold on. Zoe, thank you. Appreciate you. There was a guy riding his bicycle, and my dog kind of caught him late, and he was like, wow. Anyway. So, but the conjunction response is this. You see the negativity. Okay? You see the negativity. You look at the negativity. You understand the negativity. And then you ask yourself, first of all, how can I look at this in a way that will allow me to gain the productive, to allow me to flip this energy into a productive thing for me? How can I look at this energy and look at this going on? How can I use this as a positive? How can I use this as a positive? How can I use this instead of leaving it the way it is? How can I transform this to make it work for me? How can I transform this to make this situation work? They are not saying it's not there. They are not saying they're blocking it. They are not saying they're accepting it. They're simply saying, I'm going to flip this. That's what they're saying. That's what all a conjunction is saying. I'm going to take this and flip it and make it work for me. I don't know about how you're going to do it. This is what I'm doing. So when this whole thing went down, I focused on boosting up my body, focused on boosting up my immune system, focused on strengthening my spiritual body, not getting caught up in the mess. Does this make sense?